Gevurah of Tiferet, the 16th day of the Omer. Gevurah, we spoke about the entire week, last week, that Gevurah is strength. Today we're going to look at a little bit of a different approach about Gevurah. That Gevurah is also the pnimiyut, the internal part of Gevurah is called fear, yirah. Gevurah Tiferet, Tiferet, we spoke about it already. Tiferet is beauty. The combination of Gevurah Tiferet is the beauty that arouses the fear. When we're looking at something great, then it arouses in us awe for the beauty in it. And when we're looking at something great, it also arouses in us fear. Now, last week we were talking about Gevurah, that Gevurah is strength. But there are many ways of interpreting Gevurah. In the Kabbalistic term, the pnimiyut of Gevurah, the internal part of Gevurah, is not strength, rather fear. Now, fear is not always necessarily something negative. Sometimes we see we see the word fear, it's not necessarily something bad. Sometimes beauty can arouse in me unbelievable fear. When you're looking at something very, very great, where do you see that something that is great that will arouse in me fear? I don't know if you've ever been on a ship, on a boat, and then you get stuck in a storm. That's, in one way, it's unbelievable beauty to see this power of the nature, but it's also extremely scary when you see these massive waves and you're saying, I don't know if I can even survive this type of a storm. So sometimes you can stand, each one needs to use their own imagination. When I was a little bit younger and I was testing the limits of creation, then I would do all sorts of weird things. So I did bungee jumping. You have a moment of fear there when you're looking down and you're seeing there's no bottom. Did skydiving. When the first few moments that you're flying, you're like, wait a minute, what if this parachute is not going to open? And when you see everything from above, or many other things. And many times you can look at something so beautiful. From far away it might look like beauty. From close by it might be very scary. I told you I used to push limits. So one time I used to travel in the Far East. And one time I reached to Australia and we went to swim there with sharks. So the theory, it sounds very nice. And when you see the shark from far away, it's also very nice. When the shark is next to you, that's when you suddenly say, wait a minute, I think I made a mistake.